Laura, I have a bit of a secret to tell you. Obviously, we did a podcast and it was based around how hyped you were about Kelly Marie Tran and Rose Tico being in the film. And just after I saw the film for the first time, you were going in and I was coming out, and
that's what she said.
I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember if Rose was alive or not at the end of the film. Like, that bit of her sitting on the bed, I hadn't clicked with me. Then I watched it the next time. I'm like, oh yeah, she's fine. But because I saw you and you're like, how was it? And I just went, just gotta go. And I just walked off on you.
Oh my God, that was so funny because I saw you. I was like, oh my God, so great to see you. And you're like, no. And walked away from me. I was just like, oh, okay.
You went in, you're cosplaying over this character, and sometimes people, like Jackie, my wife, is always like, people get so amped about these characters before they've done anything in the film. And for you, did Rose Tico live up to the hype?
Yes. Everyone kept telling me, I was like, no, she's gonna be great. And internally, I was thinking, oh shit. Oh crap, hopefully, yes, please be good. And then when I watched it and I saw the whole thing and I saw her dynamics, she actually, I think anything that is beyond the stereotype of what an Asian person is good for me. But she overhyped that for me too. Ryan really gave her such a well-developed character. We saw the highs and lows of Rose Tico. And so I felt I started crying, because at first I was like, oh, she's angry, and then she was fangirling over him, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is how I am, and so it's okay. And then when you started seeing her caring and on Canto Bright and just developed as a person, I just felt so emotional. I was like, this is a real person that you gave me a whole movie of this person going up and down with emotions, and you gave me so much of her. And after the movie, I was just like, I'm so glad she didn't die, hopefully. And I just felt really, really happy. I felt satisfied as a person. Other than the kiss at the end, I was just kind of like, But
you didn't like the kiss?
Laura's more of a full-on tongue type of girl.
If John Boyega, if you're gonna go deep for John Boyega.
Oh, you didn't mind the idea of a kiss, but you didn't like the way it was executed.
No, I wasn't a fan of the kiss because it's so anticlimactic. Where it's like, oh, I want to save you, silly. It's like kiss, and I'm like, okay. In my mind, I was like, she's fangirling over him. It's a fantasy in her head that she had this adrenaline rush. It's like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot. She's not really, I don't think she's really in love with him. I think she just has this fantasy, we went on this adventure and the adrenaline, I almost died for you, I'm gonna kiss you. But I'm not big on love kind of stories. So, but she did it, I was just like, I would do the same, so it's okay.
Now, one of the big criticisms online that I disagree with is that Rose's character is pointless in the film.
What? I'm sorry.
Pointless. You probably didn't want to hear it. And I've said that the point is that she shows Finn that there's more to fight for than just her and Ray. And so you can't, you might not like the point, but you can't say it's pointless. You just don't agree with the point.
Yeah, because of her, Finn realized he's a hero. He would have just left, and there would be no story. And then she wouldn't. She's the person who found the idea of going to the ship and finding that guy. And it's because of her. It made him realize what a hero he was, which I'm happy, because I hate when the Asian person gets in other movies. The Asian person is enabled by the white savior or enabled by another character. She's the character that enables the hero.
She's the catalyst.
Yeah, she's the catalyst to Finn becoming the hero that he is.
Yeah.
Can I sing a little backup for her in praise of Rose?
Yeah.
She also shows Finn, who has been conscripted into the First Order, he's a child soldier essentially, and he tries to escape that. Then he ends up with the rebellion, and he also gets his ass handed to him through that. So he just wants to get clear of the fighting, and she shows him through her story about first they mined us, then they bombed us, and now my sister has lost her life fighting them. She shows there is no running from the First Order, that there's nowhere you can go where you will be safe. So you may as well stand up for what you believe in. And I think that's a really important thing for someone from his limited perspective, which isn't necessarily his fault, but he is limited by what he sees, just to realize, no, actually I do have to fight.
And then she also has the best line in the end of the movie.
Yep.
Like that was it really made you pause and just be like, oh my God, this is, and it makes you
The
think
motto
like,
of 2018.
yeah, like we save the things we love. Like we're not. Oh, we save the things we love. Sorry, I had a fuse, so
That's how we win.
This is my voice.
Not by fighting
Yeah.
what we hate, but saving what
saving
we love.
what we love.
Can I say something?
Of course you can,
The
Kyle.
message of that is fantastic, and I can agree with it. I felt like she said I didn't buy the kiss. I felt like such an impeccably directed movie, but it was so weird blocked. It was really awkward. She kissed and then fainted, and it just felt really weird. And I felt like for the message, which was important to really connect, there had to be some sacrifice involved in it. I wanted her to say, you don't fight what you hate, you save what you love. Saved him, taught him the lesson, imparted this to him, and it just felt like she should have died in that moment. Like,
No.
he didn't die, and I know she should have. I just felt like it would have hit home, because I'm also thinking, all right, next film, what is her role then? Where do you go with Rose beyond just we don't want to kill her because we killed her sister? So I just felt like it's more impactful. If you're going to do something, commit to it, have balls, see it through. And I feel like the message has more weight if it didn't even have to get romantic for me. You know,
Well,
it just was like, wait, where did this come from? I didn't buy that.
I noticed that when you said that she probably should have died, you looked in such an opposite direction of Laura.
I told her beforehand. And I said, I like Rose, and I love Kelly Marie Tran. I got to meet her. She's an amazing person. So I'm really happy for her. The movie is a tremendous showcase for her. She killed it on the biggest stage with fantastic actors. But I thought, like, regardless of that, the message of it, how do you make the message have the most impact? I felt like for her to impart that, then pass by actually sacrificing herself and saving what she loved, he's left with the resonance of something to then carry into the next film. I don't know where it goes from there. I feel like now they're going to be dating, and it's going to be weird next. I don't know where it goes.
It's this weird new trilogy ring theory where at the end of the film there's a poorly framed emotional moment.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's Chewie walking past Leia, which I was just instantly, this
Still
is
offended by that.
unforgivable, and then they've done it. So it's like this Star Wars trope at the end of the film, and at the end of Rogue One, that bizarre hand-holding scene that just went on for way too long. So there you go. There's the new trilogy ring theory. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this highlight from the 1 month of the Last Jedi Steele Wars podcast panel at the Scum And Villiany Cantina. To find out when we're recording there live next, go to steelewars.com/live. And to hear more from Laura Sirikul, hit episode 148 of the Steele Wars podcast, where she talks about her love for Rose Tico and her very special meeting with Kelly Marie Tran. It's available on steelewars.com, iTunes, or wherever good podcasts are downloaded. I invite you to discuss the points brought up on the podcast in the video comments, but I will not tolerate a hint of sexism, racism, or aggressive behavior. They'll just be deleted straight away. Keep it clean. And if you want to hear Jason Ward and my initial immediate reaction, hit one of these boxes. We'll have a video clip, and you can go to that now. So do that. It'll be good. Watch it. Content.